Hi gardeners, welcome back to our channel. This is where we make gardening simple and successful, inshallah. Today, we're tackling one of the most important questions. When is the best time to plant your garden? Whether you're in a warm zone with mild winters or a cold zone with short growing seasons, we've got you covered with the exact planting windows for each zone. And stick around because we'll show you and share some expert tips to make your garden thrive no matter the challenges you face. First things first. Now let's talk about planting zones. If you're new to gardening, the USDA hardiness zone map divides North America into 13 zones based on average annual minimum winter temperatures. Your zone determines when to plant to avoid frost damage and maximize your growing season. For example, Zone 3 gardeners often start seeds indoors in late winter and plant outdoors around late May or early June. Now, Zone 7 gardeners might start planting cool weather crops in March and warm weather crop plants as early as April. And if you're lucky enough to live in Zone 10, you might be gardening year-round. Your local frost dates are key to planting your garden. The last frost date tells you when it's safe to plant tender crops like tomatoes and peppers, all while the first frost date tells you when to harvest those plants before the cold hits. You can easily find your frost dates by checking online or using gardening apps. Once you have those dates, you can count backwards to figure out when to start seeds or plant transplants. Now, let's talk about some tips and tricks for planting success. Start seeds indoors. For short growing seasons, start your seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date to give your plants a head start. Use companion planting. Pair plants that support each other, like for example marigolds with tomatoes to deter pests. Prepare your soil. Healthy soil means healthy plants. Add compost, test soil pH, and mix in organic fertilizer before planting. Stagger your planting. Plant crops like lettuce every 2 weeks for a continuous harvest. Don't forget mulch. Mulch helps retain soil moisture and prevents weeds from stealing nutrients. And here's a pro tip. Keep a gardening journal to track what works and what doesn't each year. It's like creating your own personal planting guide. Now, even experienced gardeners make mistakes, so here are a few to avoid. Don't plant too early. A late frost can wipe out your tender plants in one night. Avoid overcrowding. Give your plants room to grow for better airflow and fewer disease problems. Don't skip crop rotation. Switching up where you plant helps prevent soil-borne diseases. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to talk about the amazing benefits of growing your own food. Now, when you plant a garden, you're not just cultivating plants, you're actually cultivating health, sustainability, and even a little financial freedom. Here's why growing your own food is so rewarding. Healthier food. Homegrown fruits and vegetables and herbs are fresher, more nutrient dense, and also free from harmful chemicals. You know exactly what's going into your food as well, from soil to the table. Cost saving. A single pack of seeds can produce pounds of fresh produce, a fraction of the cost of grocery store prices. Plus, you can save seeds for next year, making gardening even more economical. Better for the environment. Growing your own food reduces your carbon footprint. You're cutting out transportation, packaging, and waste while creating a sustainable, eco-friendly food source. Flavor like no other. There's nothing quite like the taste of a sun-ripened tomato or freshly picked herb straight from the garden. Now, once you try it, store-bought will never compare. A stress-relieving hobby. Gardening is a great way to connect with nature, get some exercise, and reduce stress. There's something incredibly satisfying about watching your hard work literally grow into something beautiful and edible. Food security. Growing your own food gives you control over your food supply, especially during times of uncertainty or rising prices. A garden is your own little safety net. It's also educational for families. Now, teaching kids how to grow their own food helps them develop healthy eating habits and learn about the importance of nature and hard work. By growing your own food, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding your soul and helping the planet. So, what are you waiting for? Start planting your garden today and enjoy the countless reward it brings. So there you have it. The best times to plant your garden by zone and some simple but effective tips to help your garden thrive. Remember, gardening is all about learning and experiencing, so don't be afraid to try new things. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks. Happy planting. See you in the garden, inshallah.